Backyard Bullion here. So today I have a big update on these, which are the Silver Forum bars. Now if you are new and you do not know what these are, then I encourage you to still go over to the Silver Forum and check out what they are all about. So about a month ago I had this idea with the owner of the Silver Forum to make these little 1 ounce Silver Forum branded bars, and we had the idea that maybe we'd make about 50 of them, and we had reservations for 50 within 36 hours, so we upped it to 100 and then we upped it to 150, and we've now got something like, I think, 140 of these bars reserved. So a massive thank you to everybody who has already reserved one of these bars. There are still, as I said, about 10 left, so make sure you head over to the Silver Forum and check them out. So we have here in this box, we have 60, I'll save you all from counting. But it doesn't stop there, because underneath that box we have another box, and that one has got 60 in it as well. But it doesn't stop there, because we've got a third box. So we have 180 Silver Forum bars here in these 3 boxes. Now I'll tell you for why. As many of you know who have gone over and checked out the Silver Forum, these bars are going to be sent up to the Edinburgh Assay Office for hallmarking. For those of you who are not in the UK, that means they're going to be assayed. That means they're going to have their purity tested, and then they're going to be stamped with that purity and the mark from the Edinburgh Assay Office. It basically gives it this stamp of authenticity. You know it's real silver, you know what it is, what we're saying it is, it's 999 silver. And it'll have my maker's mark on it as well, which is really exciting. The first kind of pieces I'll ever have hallmarked, which is really, really cool. So what I've done is I've made 180 because the lovely people at the Edinburgh Assay Office were talking me through the whole process, and they say, because obviously I'm a new person, new to the hallmarking in Edinburgh certainly, that the first batch of things like this I'm going to be sending up, they would look to do some relatively stringent testing on it, as it's the first thing. They don't know anything about me, about my silver and so on. So they've told me that they're going to basically be drilling into about 10% of these bars and testing kind of the core of the bars. So some of these will sadly be having a little hole probably in the side or the bottom, but don't worry, we're not going to be selling those ones. Those will be coming back to me to go into the melting pot at some point. But we hopefully will have, you know, they say 10%, so that's going to be 18, so we'll have hopefully at least 150, probably a lot more than 150, maybe up to 160 or 70 of these bars left at the end. So that's really cool. There's lots still available then. We've got, I think, 140 reserved, so I'm working on 150 at the moment, but if we have more than that after we get them back from assay, then we'll obviously release the others that we have available. So if you still want one, or if you've already ordered some but you want some extra, then please do let me know. You can either drop a message to me on YouTube, through the Silver Forum, byb@backyardbullion.com is my email address. But yeah, it's really cool. Now, these bars have been very, very hard to make, and anyone who pours silver will know that they are not, it's not an exact science. So when you pour silver into a graphite mould, it's very difficult to get exactly what you want out of it in terms of weight. So obviously I wanted these to all be 1 ounce. Now a lot of people might just say, well, why don't you just stick 1 ounce of silver in the crucible, and then when you pour, only 1 ounce will come out. Well, you can do that, and that's very easy to do, but you get often a fair bit of what's called graphite pollution from the crucible, and it comes out and it looks a little bit black on the top, or it looks a bit blackened, and then you have to clean it, and it's quite a lot of effort to do. Also, that would then distort some of these cooling lines that you see here, and that's the whole kind of premise of what I wanted these bars to look and feel like. I wanted them to have the natural cooling lines, make them kind of cool. That's what I'm known for. That's what Backyard Bullion is all about. It's all about these kind of cool lines that you get on these tiny pieces, and like nice little subtle lines as well. So definitely wanted that to happen. Also, these are all 1 ounce guaranteed as a minimum. So when you're pouring them, I used more than 1 ounce of silver in the crucible, so some of them will be a little bigger than others, so it's going to be a bit of potluck. I think there's 1 bar in here which I've let go through the quality control, which is about 1.1 ounce, but overall the average is around about sort of 4%, 4.5% sort of wastage, if you like. So the average weight of these bars is 1.04 ounces, but some are pretty much bang on 1 ounce and some are a little bit heavier. So it's really very cool to do, very challenging, and what I've got for you here as well to show you is a little kind of compilation of me pouring a couple of these bars, just to show you what I mean about pouring them. So you have to basically stop short. But anyway, enjoy the pouring, and I've also got a little bit of me stamping one of the bars up as well, so you can see what I've had to do 180 times on all of these to get them all stamped. So yeah, enjoy! So I heat the graphite mould up with a blowtorch. This helps when you're pouring the silver, it helps keep it nice and molten a bit longer, get nice smooth edges around the edge of the bar instead of any air pockets. So when you hand pour it in here, it's not an exact science, so you're aiming just above the edge of the graphite mould, and that should give 1 ounce in total. Then all it's left to do is flip it out and get it quenched in some water. So confidence is really important. This one just didn't seem quite right, and as you can see it's poured a little bit under, so it's definitely underweight. It's also got some weird edges, so that was definitely one to go back in the melting pot and try again. And then sometimes you'll pour and it'll be an overpour, so some of the overpours I kept and used as BYB bars, but this one was a bit fat and chunky. So everything's been stamped by hand. We've got the Silver Forum stamp, so here we go, getting that in there. Looks really good. And then obviously stamping everything with 1OZT and 2017. I have to do this 180 times for all the bars, so some of you mathematicians can work out just how many stamps I've done just on these alone. I think next year I'll get an OZT and a 2018 stamp made, so that obviously it cuts down a lot of the labour costs as well. But there you go. So as you can see, it's no easy process pouring those bars. You have to kind of pour it and then stop short at exactly when you think it is, or exactly at the point where the the graphite mould fills up to the right level, and it's all done kind of by eye and by feel and by a bit of muscle memory. After a while it kind of got a little easier, and the first couple of batches that I was making, it was taking quite a lot of energy and effort to get them at the right weights, but by the end I was getting much more. So I think to make all of these 180 bars, I think I've ended up pouring something like 240 plus. I've had some rejects, some that were too heavy to put through for the Silver Forum bars, so I've kind of reused them just as backyard bullion bars like this. But yeah, it's been really fun, really challenging. It's been a really amazing process to do, and I just want to say again how thankful and grateful I am to all of the Silver Forum members and all of the people through YouTube who have pre-ordered them. So the update for now is they're all ready to go up to Edinburgh, and they're going to be posted early next week. It should be about a week or two turnaround time for that to happen. I am a brand new sort of hallmarker up there, so it might take a little longer than average. And then the idea is they'll come back to me. We've then obviously got to stamp them with their serial numbers, so as you see I've left the sides blank, so this one side will have the hallmark on it and the other side will then have the serial number stamped on it, so I still have to stamp up the serial numbers. So the idea is that they will be ready to go out in the post on June the 12th. So that's the plan. Thank you again for everybody for pre-ordering. I can't say that enough, it really means the world to me. So that's the plan. If you've got any questions, if you've pre-ordered them and you've got any questions or concerns or anything you want to know about, then obviously just let me know. You can message me on the Silver Forum, you can PM me here or email me or whatever, just get in touch. And like I said before, if you haven't ordered one already and you want to get one, then please do let me know. As I said, all those contact details are in this description, but also over on the Silver Forum. If you like this video, please do put a thumbs up on it, and if you could share it around on your social media, that would really help get this out there. The whole point about this exercise, about this project, is to raise the awareness of the Silver Forum. So if you're a Silver Forum member, please share it through your social medias. That would be very helpful as well. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe. Yesterday I put a compilation video out of all my other hand-poured silver pieces, so please do go check that out if you haven't already. Next week we should have a really cool unboxing. Again, this is going to be from the Silver Forum. It's a massive group order that has been done through goldsilver.be. It's going to be epic. I think there's about £5,000 worth of silver being unboxed, so it's a really cool video. So really looking forward to doing that. So make sure you check that out next week. Otherwise, I just want to say a massive thank you to you all for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.